we need to have a difficult conversation about the Michael movie. Early reviews are starting to come out, and they're not great. A lot of critics are calling it bland, even saying it feels like a barely competent daytime TV style movie. The word soulless keeps popping up, which is kind of the worst thing you can say about a film like this. And from what people are saying, the only real standout element is the musical performances, which, to be fair, was always going to be the strong point. Now, I haven't seen the movie myself yet, so I can't sit here and say whether it was good or was bad, but if these reviews are accurate, it sounds like the film doesn't really dive into the emotional core of Michael Jackson's story. Instead, it leans heavily into the music. And yeah, that can work, if your goal is to celebrate the hits and give audiences that concert-like experience. But with a figure as complex and influential as Michael Jackson, you kind of expect more than that. You want a deeper look into what made him who he was, the highs, the struggles, and the contradictions. That's where it sounds like the movie might be falling short. But here's the interesting part. Despite the negative reviews, I still think this movie is going to make a massive amount of money, potentially over $1 billion worldwide. Because when it comes to a name like Michael Jackson, the draw is just different. Domestically, sure, reviews and online discourse can have a big impact, but internationally, it's a completely different story. In a lot of overseas markets, the conversation around reviews just isn't as loud or influential. What matters more is the music, the legacy, and the global recognition. And Michael Jackson has had that in a way very few artists ever have. So even if critics aren't impressed, audiences might still show up in huge numbers just to experience the music in the big screen. At the end of the day, this might end up being one of those films where the critical reception and box office performances tell two completely different stories. But yeah, that's where things are right now. I think, honestly, just ignore the reviews and just make your own opinion. Sometimes the reviews can be inaccurate, and even if the Rotten Tomatoes score is low, you can still end up having fun in a movie. It's still probably digestible, and if you're a fan of Michael and his music, definitely go check this one out.